Hey guys, this is MattiAce, and in this video I'd like to talk about the scopes that we have in Planetside 2, or actually more, the lack of them. Now it's not, I don't want to say that the scopes that we have access to are bad. Just in general I think that most of them are pretty good and that they fulfill most roles. I just think that the lack of options is a bit of a problem. So now for the ones of you that have been following my channel, you've probably noticed that this is the one that I've been using the most. It is the night vision scope with one-time magnification, and it's called HS/NV scope, and the 1X stands for the magnification. As you can see, this scope has scope sway, even though it's a one-time scope. They added it because some players consider this to be a little bit overpowered, and they also made it a bit slower to scope in, and they also removed the possibility to see cloaked infiltrators, which was one of the main features with this scope in the beginning. Now the main thing that I like about this scope is that it has these very thin green bluish, I don't know what color it actually is, but those two crossing lines, and of course where they're crossed, that's where you put your aim on your target in order to kill them or hit them. You also have those little dots on the lines. They're supposed to be there to help you calculate for drops or leading, or like in real life they probably use them more for calculating how to adjust your aim when it's windy and the bullet is being affected by the wind, or at least I believe so. And since I only use one-time scopes for carbines, light machine guns and assault rifles, I also switch up between this one. It's the one-time reflex sight. Now the problem with the reflex sight is that it is a little bit off, and one of you guys, or some of you guys, have actually shown me some pictures of this. If you want to add this to the Reddit post where I'm posting this video, it would be nice, so that more people can see it. One of the things that bothers me with this reflex sight is that I think the dot is a little bit too big. I would like to have the option to have a smaller one, just as an alternative. I'm not saying that they should replace this one completely, because I'm sure there's a lot of people who like it. I would just like to have a similar one where the red dot is made up by a few less pixels. Now, funny as it is, the way I would like to see a one-time scope, it already basically exists in Planetside 2, but it's not on a scope at all. It is the crosshair of MattiAce. And just look at this. This is, it looks the same for all three factions. It's a tiny little dot, and I can understand if some people think it's too small. I would like to try it out and see if I like it, cause it might suit me pretty well. What I'd like to be able to do though is customize the color of it, cause this grayish color I don't think it's optimal, but yeah, red, yellow, blue, pink, purple, whatever. And I've seen things like this being customizable in other games, and it's been working out really well. And also the crosshairs has been customizable. Here's another scope that the shape of it, the way it looks, is, you know, great. I think it's perfect. The lines are thin, they're clear. Black might be a little bit problematic in some situations, but I think it's it's just situational. Unfortunately, this scope does not exist with one-time magnification, which I would like. I would probably try it out if it did exist, but yeah, at the release of this video it doesn't. Here's another one called LX Mark IV, a 4x scope that I'm sure, just like almost all other scopes, are inspired from real life. And basically all the scopes that I've seen here are very similar to some of the scopes that you see in other games, and I've seen them in the Stalker games and some of the Battlefield games and some such. They kind of have a tendency to look basically the same, with small variations. But again, this is another scope that, if the colors was a little bit more distinct, then I would love to try this out as well with one-time magnification. So now, since I don't use anything else than this one-time magnification, I can't really say what I don't really have an opinion about these scopes, just in general, the ones that have two or more. However, it would be very interesting to hear what you guys have to say about it. Are there enough options? Are they good, the ones we have? What would you like to add to it, if you, like me, think that there is something missing? I also think that some of the iron sights are a bit so-so. This is one of those that are actually pretty good. It's thin, it's quite sharp at the edge of it, at the top of it, but the color, I don't know. It's black, and it kind of blends in with the environment too much. How about the silver-ish or bright gray that kind of is the natural color of iron? I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, a few more options would be nice. So that's all for the video. Thank you all for watching. Bye for now.